Alright, welcome back to more Arthur Reviews. We are now going to talk about Fern Walters. Fern Walters is a third-grade student in Mr. Rapern's class at Lakewood Elementary. She is generally viewed as a quiet girl with a love of poetry and mysteries. Because of her shy personality, her mother often signs her up for various activities to get her involved in social gatherings with peers. Fern herself sometimes thinks that she is too quiet, once referring to herself as invisible. Although Fern is shy, when something goes wrong, she will speak her mind on behalf of what she believes to be the right thing. Fern is well known as a talented and realistic raconteur, especially when it comes to horror and mystery stories. She loves solving mysteries and once solved a real mystery in the episode Fern's Slumber Party. Fern is also talented musically. She is a great singer and can perform music from several genres, such as rock, as seen in Arthur It's Only Rock and Roll, or pop, which we see in Phony Fern. She plays the flute and is in the school band with Arthur and his friends. Her favorite authors are Agatha Christie, Mary Shelley, and Persimmon Glitchett. Fern's favorite books are the Sherlock Holmes mysteries and Frankenstein. She is 8 years old. She's in third grade. She's a female. She's a dog. Her birthday is soon after Galileu's birthday, within the Libra zodiac sign. Her favorite color, or her eye color, is green in the TV series, amber light brown, and blue in the books. Her favorite color is forest green. She lives at her house in Elwood City. Doria Walters is her mom, Mr. Walters her father, and Fern's cousin. She has a cousin. She made her first appearance in the book Arthur's Eyes, and her cartoon debut also in Arthur's Eyes, and she was always voiced by Holly Gother Frankel. Physical appearance. Fern is an anthropomorphic dog with tannish gray fur. She is usually seen wearing a long-sleeved purple blouse with yellow buttons, matching it with yellow pants and brown loafers. She always wears a bow on her head, usually bright red, but it sometimes has another color to go with a different outfit. In some media, such as the Arthur attraction at the Boston Children's Museum and on an Arthur puzzle by Ravensburger, she is depicted with a pale green jacket with green spots. Alternative apparel. She also wears a light purple nightgown with dark purple linings and the occasional winter wear clothing consisting of a dark pink top with a blue skirt. She is also seen wearing a karate uniform. She also wears a purple one-piece swimsuit with a red collar. Personality. Fern is depicted as introverted and quiet at first, worried about mixing with her peers. As Binky says in I'm a Poet, Fern never says anything. However, following that episode, she starts to become involved more socially with her friends, interacting with them and helping some of them with their problems. She was become worried about popularity, but now helps others socialize. Popular Girls, Arthur's Dummy Disaster. One of Fern's most notable talents is her flair and aptitude for writing poetry and stories, which was first highlighted in I'm a Poet and straightened in Fernlets by Fern and Persimmon Glitchett. In addition, Fern also has a great deal of imagination, helping her write very good stories. Some of Fern's major flaws stem from her stubbornness and headstrong attitude, which can be very trying to others at times and can potentially lead to arguments, including a particularly venomous altercation with Francine. As evidence, she has a quick wit for playing tricks and can express herself with drawings. Her drawings are not known to be fancy paintings such as Muffy's, but are simple yet effective caricatures. On one occasion, got revenge on Francine. David Reed invited his college friend Mr. Rapern to stay with them. The class thought Arthur cheated on the test, and Fern made an angry drawing for both him and Mr. Rapern. Another occasion, she thought of an even more elaborate scheme to successfully fool Brain into becoming a yarn concerning giant worms. This scheme impressed Binky Barnes. Draw War of the Worms, The Rat Who Came to Dinner, Fernlets by Fern. In the special Arthur It's Only Rock and Roll, it is revealed that she is a great singer. Fern also has a small talent for acting, as seen in No Acting Please. In that same episode, she also has a great ad-libber, as she helps Grandma Thor overcome forgetting her lines by making a speech that fits into the theme of the play, with the audience never knowing the difference. She is a midfielder for Lakewood Elementary soccer team, Future Life. If the intro to the episode The Election really happens, she will either be President Muffy's running mate or a member of the party. Relationships. Family. Fern has a small family consisting of her mother and father. Her mother first appears in Fern's Slumber Party, and her father appears in the episode Phony Fern, but it is also mentioned in the former. Doria Walters. As Fern's mother, she persistently encouraged Fern to join new groups in order to make friends and become more socially active. She also worries that Fern is too quiet and generally worries about her in this regard. She refers to Fern as Fernie sometimes. Mr. Walters. As Fern's father, he is very kind, caring, and cautious person. He loves his family very much, but sometimes he worries about Fern's safety, so he gave her a cell phone and phoned Fern. He is also good at computers and has even taught Fern some things about them. Friends. Sue Ellen Armstrong. Fern and Sue Ellen are often seen together in the backgrounds of some scenes. They became better friends when they both made a pact in the episode Popular Girls, and they are shown to be running around in the background in the episode Mr. Always Right. They also give each other advice, as seen in Sue Ellen and the Brainosaurus. They are most likely best friends in most seasons. They are always shown in the background together. In All the Rage, when Muffy sees Sue Ellen's diary, Fern and Sue Ellen are goofing around in a photo booth, accompanied by Hart, showing that they are very close friends. Muffy Crosswire. Fern and Muffy become good friends when they both have the same cell phone, the Portalex 360. However, things might have changed when Fern downgrades to a similar phone. They still seem to be portrayed as close friends in later seasons, as they are seen watching a movie and auditioning for the same part in a play. In earlier seasons, they have been shown to be friends, although not very close, but close enough to be invited to Muffy's annual party several times, as seen in Jenna's Bedtime Blues, and later on in Desk Wars when they both made a dust ruffle. Francine Frensky. They are not friends at first because Francine sees Fern as a boring person based on her thoughts on Fern in the episodes I'm a Poet, Draw, and Fern's Slumber Party. Despite this, they seem to confide in each other and appreciate the same type of stories. Fern was partnered up to Francine in Fern Farm and The Secret of Moose Mountain. Despite their differences, they were able to work together to get to the top of the mountain. They seem to have become friends in later seasons. George Lundgren. Fern and George are seen role-playing in The Phony Fern in the case of the girl with the long face, and also seen with George at the episode The Return of the King. In the earlier seasons, when they were used as background characters, they were often seen together with Jenna. In Fern's Flights of Fancy, Fern had acknowledged George as the best friend a writer could have, confirming the close relationship between the two. Fern is considered to be friends with all of the main kids in Lakewood Elementary, as she is seen with them on many occasions. Trivia. Fern spoke for the first time in the episode Arthur and the True Francine when she asked Muffy at one of her sleepovers if she has ever lied before. Her next speaking role was in I'm a Poet when she stood up for herself after Binky and Rattles made fun of her writing, commenting that was the most she had said all year. She doesn't have visible hairstyle like the rest of the girls. Fern doesn't have an uncle. According to Muffy in Surprise, Fern is a handwriting expert. Though Fern doesn't have any health conditions in the original dub, in the finished dub she is lactose intolerant. And Fern, in the case of The Stolen Story, is hinted that Fern has a peanut allergy. That's all about Fern. See you later.